You know, it's a dilemma, isn't it, when you are the British monarchy? On a serious note, let me point this out. You see, a lot of people are asking me, can't they comment, for instance, on the brand new series of The Crown? You know, with Imelda Staunton and all of the undesirable things that are going on. We've mentioned this before in this brand new series. And, you know, the bigger problem that you have with stuff like that is they can't, because obviously it's the oxygen of publicity. Another big story, of course, this week was the seven-car convoy in New York City of Harry and Meghan arriving to, well, no fans. And, the bottom line there really is, of course, as we told you, lots of people were invited down. They should have had a big crowd there. But now it would appear that royal insiders, quite literally inside the palace walls, are looking, for instance, at some situations regarding senior members. And this is really infighting in a family at its height. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you as ever, and thank you so much for joining me today. It's a difficult one, this, because as families fracture and split, normally there's two sides to the coin, isn't there? And that's the bigger problem. Now, the bigger problem here, you see, is simply this. Over in America, we have Harry and Meghan still smarting from the fact that they were just busted out of the royal family. They didn't get what they want, and as we told you before, they've seen other people like the Duchess of York being able to write books and appear on TVs and do podcasts with no backlash. Now, of course, her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, appear to be still very close to the Montecito too. So much so that according to that well-placed source, the Montecito too believe that Eugenie and Beatrice are very good chums. They will, of course, sort of keep the peace between, and they are allegedly this sort of funnel between the two families. But as pointed out to me by a very, very well-placed royal source, it's all very well Harry and Meghan seemingly feeling that they have naturally this connection. But let's not forget that recently, one of the sisters decided to meet for lunch with Harry and Meghan's arch nemesis. That's right, the disgraced tabloid TV editor, Piers Morgan. How did that go down? Well, according to that well-placed source, Harry and Meghan truly believe that the two sisters are on their side. So whatever happened to that meeting, well, they'll get to know about it, of course. And what they're really banking on, and as ever we have to say allegedly, is the ongoing brotherly feud, so it appears, between His Royal Highness, His Majesty the King, and of course the disgraced Duke of York, Prince Andrew. As we know, there's a battle about Royal Lodge, moving out, who owns what, all of that sort of stuff. We've explained that in great detail. One thing is for sure, though, this is only going to escalate, and more importantly, someone's going to come out of it in a very fractious state. You see, many people believe that basically Eugenie and Beatrice only have the good heart of the British monarchy at their hearts. And as I've said before, I've met them on a few occasions. They're very nice girls. But it does seem odd, doesn't it, that you have this interaction with people that are doing a lot of damage over the pond, Harry and Meghan. What does appear to be the case, though, is someone is not going to come out of this well. And while Harry and Meghan believe it won't be them, and senior members of the British monarchy don't believe it would be them also, who will finally find the fallout will explode, quite literally, with them. I'd love to know what you think to this particular developing story, and it truly is a developing story over here in the very heart of London.